The best part of reviewing this series is now I can use the soundtrack. Oh yeah. This is my first review of Attack on Titan chapter. I actually wanted to start it back in the last chapter release, but I didn't have much time to prepare, so I hold it off until this chapter. I was under the impression that the flashback would continue to cover the entire chapter like the previous one. To my surprise, the flashback ends, and the intriguing setup begins. Since this is my first review, I should mention that Reiner is my favorite character of the series. His backstory is tragic and depressing to read through, and this chapter doesn't do any favor. His backstory doesn't come from the fact that he lost his family, like how you see in many other series. He's just a lost soul that's trying to find a purpose. But this chapter shows that he's struggling between finding it and ending it. The flashback does end here, but not without a depressing note. Reiner, Berto, and Annie have been living on Paradise Island for a while, yet they still have to set their plan in motion. It's interesting that they thought of everything before going to the last option. It's surprising that she met Kenny before and managed to run off. It's cruel that he was indirectly mocking the thought of a father figure as if he was taunting her. The eerie vibe becomes apparent when they discuss about their only plan to do, destroy the Royal Rose. The plan makes a lot of sense on why they attacked it, especially the timing. Now that it is clear on their action, they got desperate and they have to get something back for their country. Annie's warning to Reiner about his friend may be killed is unsettling. She has been distant herself to avoid any connection as the other two fitting in like genuine friends. Reiner is challenged with that thought, even if he continuously said that he has no friends. Win at all costs, they say. It's rather sickening to put a mission from people who have little to no care to anyone over genuine friendship with those who share the same passion. The most depressing part is the mixture of compilation scenes from the past and the beloved friendship between Reiner and Eren. It's baffling that Eren's character is tainted by people that think he's always screaming and seek revenge, the stereotype way, when in reality, there's more to him. He was not always strong-willed, he believes he was, but can't maintain it. The connection between him and Reiner is genuine that I still wish that betrayal was just a nightmare. What makes it saddening is how they can easily relate with their problems, even if they are technically against each other. The fact Reiner encouraged him to continue to press forward and become stronger to end all Titan is touching. The mix of past events made it painful to see them bonding. All the moments could have been avoided if he ignored the mission. All the moments could have been altered with them remaining as friends. Despite Reiner being the cause of all evil within the wall, it's already too late. It got far worse with the present Reiner ready to commit suicide. That image alone punched me really hard. The struggle between life and death is surreal and impacting to his character. It finally has gotten to this point of his life, which I am amazed that it took this long for him to suggest this approach. His life is a god-awful mess. If only this series is all sunshine and rainbow, I wouldn't mind his redemption and end it on a happy note. His only reason to live now is for the next generation, which works with his genre. It just happened behind a lot of deaths, violence, and dark elements. So it is shonen still. The past chapters have really got me sympathetic for him. If it wasn't for Falco, he probably would have died there. It's pretty distressing to follow him like a main character. I have seen enough. The most interesting part is with Mr. Kruger. First of all, there is a really nice conversation between him and Falco. I thought they have a good connection as friends. It's good to know Falco's character because we understand his struggle and pressure he's feeling after being told to save Gabi by surpassing her. The problem is his inability to do so as well as time limit. Reiner placed him in a tough position, while Kruger placed him in a hopeful one. The chapter does a really good job to avoid his eye contact in nearly every panel. Falco felt hopeless until Kruger teaches him the thought of war. It's eerily familiar to what Reiner said to Eren. It's based on moving forward. only used in a war scenario. It's about stepping further, whether you see something rewarding or endless hell. No one will know until they take that giant leap. It's eerie but truthful thought of war. The one-page panel is the striking moment because we finally got to see his eye. No doubt, it's Eren Yeager. It's amazing that someone has theorized the thought of Mr. Kruger being Eren, and now it's true. Or at least that's what I like to believe. I know it has not been confirmed, but you connect the dots and you'll see it. It is noticeable by his story on war. It fits his character very well. It's wiser, but hey, age comes wisdom, right? He may be lying about hating his people, but I do believe he's genuine about his advice to Falco. Hell is coming to Marley. Speaking of hell, the setup for the next potential explosive event is already starting. The head of Taiba family, Billy, confronts with Commander Magev about the country needs a hero. His family does hold the Warhammer Titan. Man, that name is so damn cool. It does sound reasonable to arrive since things are getting hectic for both of them, especially that they have to defeat the people at Paradise Island. They are going to reveal the secrets at the upcoming festival. The timing to attack couldn't be any more perfect. The ending suggests that hell is brewing and everyone at Marley is going to get it. Kruger has sent Falco to send a letter to his friends to let them know that everything is fine. It's sad that Falco looks cheery and potentially helping his enemy to create doomsday for his people. At least he and Gabi aren't Titans, so I hope they are spared. The plan is now in motion. I can't wait to see some bloodbath. The visual is pretty good with the essence on the impactful scenes. The flashback scenes are depressing with the montage and the defining moment of Reiner's friendship with Eren. The unsettling images of Reiner attempting suicide got me feeling awful for him. It's disheartening to see how close he was to kill himself before Falco reminded him of his purpose. The up-close shot of Kruger's face is significant enough to truly believe that he is Eren. I just know he is. It's a pretty good, informative, and characters emotional driven chapter. The flashback ends on a sad note. Reiner's character continues to depress me, thought-provoking conversation from all fronts, and the ending that screams, hell is coming. It's only a matter of time. I'm giving this chapter a 9. What are your thoughts of Mr. Kruger? Do you think he's really Eren Yeager? So far, it seems like it's pointing that way. Okay, maybe it could be a huge red herring, but I still think it is him. Also, what are your thoughts on Reiner? How much suffering can he take? I feel really awful for this character. Thankfully, this chapter came out after the episode of that infamous betrayal scene. I would be so damn devastated just to see that anime episode. Even looking back at the clip right now, I'm so devastated to see how much it transpired from that very moment. It's just so horrible. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is my very first review and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will continue to review every other chapter until the very end. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.